Alright. Still a little loud. Okay. Apologize for the long hiatus. 2014 was a very busy year for me. Last time I checked, this was not very clear, but I'm not too worried about the game in the background. It's now 2015. I hope you had a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. And I've been, some things have come to my mind concerning games and realities and virtual realities. And despite how old the Bible is, I don't know my Bible that well, I will admit. I really need to learn the Bible. Maybe playing less of this stuff, new or old, and really. Anyway, I did try to research something, and I was thinking of realities and fantasies. And I thought to myself, there's got to be something in here that alludes to the future, or any kind of pretending, because even 100, 200 years ago, pretending and acting out fantasies of pretending to be someone else was very ill-advised. It was very unchristian. You know, check that old, the 80s version of Anne of Green Gables. The redhead, Anne with an E, was always wanting to have adventures and make things up and pretend to be something or whatever. She was very passionate. She was very poetic. And, well, Marilla Cuthbert didn't like that. You can't be anything else. You have to be yourself. That's very, you know, it was part of the belief back then. Still is kind of now. It's not quite as frowned upon. And so now people are acting out all their craziest fantasies left and right in whatever fashion. For the good, for the bad, for the, you know, whatever and whatever. I won't go there. But just, you know, immersing yourself in a D&D, pen and paper game, a 3D adventure, a 2D adventure, a book. You know, we want to escape to the stresses of the real world can weigh upon our hearts, and instead of going to the Bible like we really should, we go to other things. Okay, I need to make this really quick. I'm running out of time. Hearing Tetris there on piano, and when I was looking up realities or fantasies, and I really kind of came to a dead end in my Bible, but I did come up with falsehoods, which isn't too far away from that, but it directed me to Psalm 24. Let me just read the whole thing for you real quick. It's a short psalm. The earth is the Lord's and all it contains, the world and those who dwell in it, for he has founded it upon the seas and established it upon the rivers. Who may ascend into the hill of the Lord, and who may stand in his holy place? He who has clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul to falsehoods, and has not sworn deceitfully, he shall receive a blessing from the Lord, and righteousness from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of those who seek him, who seek thy face, even Jacob. I'm going to get to that in a second. Lift up your head, O gates, and be lifted up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O gates, lift them up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the Lord of glory. Now the last part is like verses of a song, because that's what a lot of the Psalms kind of were. Not poetry, but also turned into song. But when you get to about verse 3, the beginning, let me go back to the beginning. The beginning establishes that all of the earth is God. The Lord made the earth. It's all His. We are His. but we also have to accept him. Get to verse 3, and they start asking, okay, who can go, basically ascend to heaven with God? They're talking at the hill of the Lord. It's about the same thing, pretty much. But then, who seek thy face? Even Jacob. Well, then that takes us to Genesis 32:30. And so Jacob named the place Peniel, for he said, I have seen God face to face, and yet my life has been preserved. So it's just playing Ghosts and Goblins over and over. That's not good. But there's more to the Jacob. If you need to go back and read Genesis 32, about 18 through 32 of that chapter, get an idea of who Jacob was, why he persevered to see God's face. And when the morning was going to come, God was going to be gone. But Jacob held on and insisted on seeing the face of the Lord, and he did, and he survived, and he was blessed greatly at the same time, and was given a new name. But what does this do with falsehoods and deceitfulness? Well, I won't get into anything too personal, but it had a lot to do with my day personally. But take that as you will. I won't end in prayer. You end in prayer. I've seen a couple of my videos, and some of my prayers, I'll admit, are unorthodox. But I mean well. I have Christ in my heart. I thank you for watching me. But we need to praise Him. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about the games too much. I hope you came here for something and get something out of it. So say your own dedication and your prayer today to God. Give thanks to Him and all He's given us. And please have a wonderful day and a happy new year. Thank you.